Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at you on a Wednesday. It is Hump Day. It is StarCraft Day. Let's do this, shall we? Everybody has about 10 seconds to object. And if there are no objections, we'll go right ahead with the replays today. What's up, NoeL? What's up, Wander? Is that a StarCraft quote? It usually is from NoeL. NoeL comes in with StarCraft quotes whenever they join the stream, but I do not recognize that one. Something about college money. I don't... Is college money a thing in the Caprulu sector? I don't know. It's a civilian quote. I guess maybe civilians get to go to college. Like, Marines certainly do not, right? Because Marines are just lifers in the military. There's nowhere else for them to go. What's up, Starboy? Ah, you missed the window, Starboy. Sorry, man. What's up, Minoon? SCB, good to go, sir. All right, so happy Wednesday, everyone. What do we got today? We have some incredible players for you. Light is here. Stork is here. herO is here. 3 of our favorites are here to compete for us and for our entertainment as well. Yeah, I figured that was one of the quotes you get if you click on a unit 5,000 times. I'd never heard that one before. I'd never done that with a civilian before. All right. Cleveland plays Detroit in the NBA playoffs. The Timberwolves have been eliminated from... Wait, no, they lost. They lost to the Spurs, but they're still alive. So NBA stuff is happening, but StarCraft is happening too. We do have our official setup for the finals of ASL 21. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to do that, okay? But hopefully we should get the Tastosis cast of the semifinals up. We can watch those, and then we will see who the finals are. Again, the Korean fans and people who watch the Korean casts already know who is in that finals. Actually, I think the Soup live broadcast is already out with Tastosis and Artosis. We're just missing the YouTube one. In particular, they're really trying to get people to leave the YouTube and go watch the Soup Live platform, but let me tell you, as somebody who, you know, is on a couple different platforms, getting people to cross streams like that, to go from YouTube to even Twitch, or for Twitch to YouTube, is freaking impossible. I know a lot of you guys are doing it, but you guys are exemplarily folks. So let's go into 2025 real quick. And as always, before we get started here, I was playing Dying Light out on the Twitch there, out on Falcon Paladin Plays. Here's a list of the playlists. Here's all the stuff Falcons play that's not StarCraft. Actually, there is some StarCraft out there too. So go to the channel, sub. If Falcon's playing it, it's out there. Diablo 3 Resurrected is out there. Holy smokes. Deus Ex. I mean, just Baldur's Gate 3, Halo, Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy 7, Warcraft 3, Chrono Trigger, Space Marine 2, just all sorts of stuff. Pillars of Eternity out there. We got Age of Empires, Outer Wilds, Rogue Trader. It's crazy. It's crazy all the stuff we got out there. Go subscribe. All right. All right. Thanks. Appreciate ya. Let's go. I think I have this in there twice. Light and Tyson on Dominator. Light, maybe the best Terran player in the world right now. Tyson, not the best Protoss player in the world, but both of them are old heads. We're on Dominator. It's a PvT. It's a 3-player map. Are we less likely to get a Nexus first on a 3-player map than a 4-player map? I bet we are. I bet we definitely are. So top side, it is Tyson. I love Tyson. South side, it's Light. So 3-player map, Nexus first. Viable? I mean, the odds of getting scouted first on a 3-player map are higher than getting scouted first on a 4-player map. Thank you, says Light. Korean, says Tyson. It's like, why are you speaking English? We are probably both Korean folks. Probably. Reasonably so. So, based on the pylon placement, I don't feel like it's a Nexus first. Yeah, this is going to be a gate. And there it is. Gate. We pulled it off. Soup is not that hard to use, says Starboy. You have any kids, Starboy? I'm taking an informal scientific survey. Everybody that tells me a dad joke, I ask if they have kids. And you know what they say? No. Nobody who tells me dad jokes have kids. It's insane. I don't understand why this is happening. It's like dad jokes aren't even they're not even a dad thing anymore. Maybe just people are having kids left off it anyway. Yeah, Starboy's like, I don't even have a partner. Got a little brother, does not count. So there you go, Starboy, I've added you to the list of people who will tell dad jokes and they don't have kids. We need to rename them. We have to. We have to rename dad jokes to just regular old wordplay, you know, wordplay jokes, right? Nice snipe on that probe. Nice body block on the Zealot, taking some hits. Zealot gets in for the scout, though. This is all he needs to see, right? Gas factory. No machine shop yet. Can he get an SCV kill? Probably not. Being trailed by these Marines. A Marine kill, though, yes. One Marine killed. Vulture's here now, so that is going to be about it. Starboy says, I don't want to be on the list. No, you just made a joke about Soup Live about being soup. You're on the list, man. Sorry, that was a dad joke. That was a joke that a dad would tell back in 1973, but maybe not anymore. Light says, thank you. For what? Thanks for sending a Zealot into my base and killing one of my Marines. That was really kind. Dads are too tired to tell dad jokes. That might be it, Wander. It could be only young men who don't have kids have the energy to come up with the brilliance that is dad jokes. I will not be selling your info. This is an informal scientific survey that I'm taking. Everyone that tells a dad joke on stream, I ask them if they have kids, and every single time they say no. Somicron tells dad jokes, no kids. JLC tells dad jokes, no kids. It's kind of crazy. There's a list. There is a list. Savior Sword thinks I should ask if the people telling dad jokes want to have kids. No, I'm not going to do that. You can do your own scientific study that way. I don't think it matters. If you don't have kids and you're telling dad jokes, you're not a dad. That's it. Wanting to have kids does not mean you're a dad. It's not what dad jokes are all about. So anyway, what are we doing here? Getting an engineering bay. Nice. We're worried about getting Reaver dropped, because of course we are. But guess what? It's not Reaver shenanigans, at least not yet. It is. Maybe DTs. Could be DT drop. We're getting shuttle. Production tab says Dragoon. It is DT drop in the shuttle. Swinging on down. What do we got for detection, folks? Nothing inside the natural. Engineering bay's not done yet. We don't have an academy either. So, holy smokes. This is going to be bad. Hey, what's up, Tom Bridle? You're a dad, we're telling you jokes. Right, but I don't tell dad jokes. Dude. Okay, turret timing here at about 6.5 minutes is about where you want it. Against DTs. He's like, what's in the shuttle? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Is it a Reaver? Is it Zealot? It's a DT. Well, the shuttle dies. DT needs to kind of park. Never mind. I thought he could park in between missile turret detections, but I guess not. Cool. Light says thank you again. Thank you for donating that DT. It was very kind of you, sir. That was amazing. All right, so to Dragoons we go. You know what? Dragoons are better than DTs anyway. They're ranged. They've got more HP. Maybe don't hit as hard and stuff, but that's okay. What's up, Jordan? Third base. No. Scouting for one. Maybe. Light's getting his second factory here at 7 minutes. We've got gate, 3 gates. Soon to be 4 Tyson. And he's tried to harass Light here. Hasn't got much done with it. Arbiters on 2 bases. Okay, okay. We like that. We like a decent Arbiter play on 2 bases here. Let's give that a shot, right? He's like, well, DTs didn't work. Zealot run by didn't work. What if we stasis half of his tanks and then murder him that way? That's the way to do this. Yeah, there's the third base. On 2 fac. Whew. So this is... Got to be able to defend, man. 3 Dragoons probably aren't enough to do anything here, right? Maybe this guy would die if they go up here, but the tanks are covering this whole valley. Dang, that's great positioning here by Light. Holy cow, he's smart. What's up, Sakura? You know, Jordan, no. I don't know why that's not working. Actually, the thing is, I can't do Me 6. Because I signed up for Me 6 before they paywalled it. So I'm a free user on the Me 6 bot on Discord. But, so what that means is I should only get 2 free live notifications. But I've got like 27 because I signed up before Me 6 paywalled it. So they're grandfathering me in, but I can't add any more on Me 6. So I tried to add you on the YAG bot, and that doesn't seem to be working. So that's exciting. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. I'll see if I can figure it out later. Starport up. We go and drop ship. Science facilities. Science vessels, maybe. Third base. Fourth base, right side. In response to the early third. That's right. Wear that mask. Protect your life, sir. We're back again. So, Arbiter upgrades are as follows. Nothing. Not getting an upgrade either for Stasis or for Recall. Just making another Arbiter. He's got to get one of the two. Arbiter Cloak is not all that good against Terran, actually, because they have ComSat stations. I mean, not good against anybody, really. Arbiter Cloak, let's be real, maybe one of the worst abilities in StarCraft. It's pretty easy to kill an Arbiter. Everyone's got detection, like a lot of detection available by the time the Arbiter shows up. Like, Overlords have speed. Observers are out. Scans reveal easily. It's passive. It doesn't cost anything, so that means it's not too terrible. But, oh, it's recall. All right, recall before stasis. We're going to be recalling in places. Don't recall in the main. Falcon says no. Falcon says recalling in the main is bad. Recall into the third base. Recall into, like, this base if it's going to come up. It probably will. Yes, yes. Recall as much as you can. Two, four, six, seven. 7 factories on 3 bases. There's that 4th CC coming up inside the main. Gonna lift and land right here in this valley. Don't like expanding there, but one of the places you kind of have to expand are there. It's the nature of Dominator. Sir, more gateway. Arbiter, developing that energy count that you need for a recall. Where are the Arbiters? Down here? No. Yeah, he's clearing out the area with Dragoons before he sends the Arbiter over. Because this is a recall timing attack. 137, 138, 139, 150 required for the recall. He's going for the main. He is. Dragoons are making sure we're clear out here. There's no spider mines. There's nothing that can see it coming. But Light, what's up? How's it going, Ansem? But Light is doing the thing. He's got spider mines. He's got tank. What? He's repositioning like he sees this. It's like, no, I'm just here to threaten your base. Yeah, worry about that. Don't worry about potential Arbiter shenanigans, who's over here, by the way. Has enough energy for a recall. Not happening. There's a scan. He just tries to see what's out here. It's just Dragoons, man. I'm not trying to recall you. Don't even worry about it. So you're going to get some hits off on the CC, but that's all. That's all, folks. And then the Arbiter swings south. Will it get spotted? Hallucinations on the way? Heck yeah. Oh, hallucinated Arbiter recall would be so hot. Haven't seen one of those on the channel in a while. Saw hallucination used the other day. Somebody hallucinated a Mutalisk in a battle, which was a lot of fun. And, oh my gosh, it's going to get seen now. Hooray, you got spotted. Okay, well now the Arbiter's over here, and now We position Goliaths over here. We put more turrets over here. I mean, the vultures get intercepted because guess what? There's a base coming up over this way, but the Arbiter got scouted. That's it. Like, I don't even... Ugh. I don't know. Hallucinated recall, super rad, but maybe not good enough here today. Look at this turret count, too. 4, 5 turrets. Spider mines everywhere. Siege tanks siege up. Some unsiege. We got vultures here. He is ready for a recall, man. These guys are clumped up like they want to recall, but the Arbiter's going that way now. This one's going the wrong way, too. It's like we just revealed the Arbiter tech without doing anything with it. That's a group that wants to be recalled as well. So look, this has got to be hallucinated Archon recall. Hallucinated Arbiter recall, but I don't know. I don't know if that's happening, folks. Storm is on the way. He's like, oh, I was going to recall, but maybe not anymore, huh? Scans up, sees a group of dudes, sees Arbiters, says, uh-huh. He doesn't even have stasis. Oh, there it is! Hallucinated Arbiter leading the way into the main base. I don't know about this. I do not know about this at all. Arbiter lagging behind the hallucinated Arbiters. We're going to send them into Light's main base. The turrets, pow, 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 taking out the imposters with ease. And then the real Arbiter comes in and says, recall, and then Spider Mines get their connections. One of the Dragoons goes down. Where'd the army go? They were here, but Light's on the other side of the map murdering stuff. That's where they are. I don't know. This is going to get cleaned up. Every single recall inside the main base of a Terran, it's just like, well, it's only a matter of time, and maybe Up Factory will die. But even then, probably not. Citizens arrest on top of that Dragoon. Pushing up into the natural base. I don't think there's anything that can stop this from happening at all. Are you going to recall on top of this? Or is that a bad rally? That was a bad rally, I think. Oh, no. Wow. Yeah, not great. Once again, what do you have to show for recalling inside the main base? You didn't kill a factory. You didn't kill a supply depot or an armory. You didn't stop an upgrade. You didn't kill the science facility. And now you're dead. I don't know why. I don't know why Protoss insists on recalling into the main base of a Terran player. It is horrendous. 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while, it works out. But my goodness, does it have a massive fail rate? Wander says, well, it's Light we're talking about. It's not really the recall inside the main. It's just that you were playing against Light. Could be right about that. So this is over, yeah? I think that's a GG. The space is dead. I know he's over here and everything, but... I mean, Terran's up, 40 supply. Storm is good, but not good enough. I don't know. I mean, I get it. You got 3 bases down the right side. Fancy. You got some more gateways down here. What you don't have is tech. This tech is in a lot of trouble. 30 supply lead. 30 supply. Nice deep matrix. Zealots all over the siege tanks. Zealots coming up the back way. Hold on a second. What's up, Kylan? Hello. Happy Wednesday. Yeah. Manoon gives us a GG because, I mean, okay. Did shove Light away. Did push him out of the natural base. Main base took a ton of damage. It's 36 probes on 3 bases. You've got 10 probes per base right now. You're not harvesting gas on 2 of the bases you have. This, no gas either, actually. Oh, no cannons. I mean, cannons are on the way, but cannons do not count unless they're there. Ugh. Ugh. Zealot's not doing anything here. Engineering Bay taking shots. The Light doesn't care about that. 150 to 82 supply. I just don't do it, Protoss players. Don't, if you're playing against Light especially, don't put all of your eggs in the basket of, I'm going to recall in the main base, and then sure hope that works. Buddy, you're under 100 supply. Sir, Terran's on 4 bases. You're on kind of 3 bases. Sort of on 4 bases if you count your main, which is still there on some level. Nico's in Vancouver. I've never been to Vancouver. I did go to Seattle once for a choir trip back in high school, but never crossed over into Vancouver. The only Canada I've been to is Nova Scotia. I mean, great storms, wonderful storms. There's a vulture in there having the time of his life, getting brain damage. Okay, and there it is. Yeah, this should have been a GG like 4 minutes ago. I have no idea what Tyson was trying to do there. I mean, I guess he was trying to win. But that certainly didn't happen, did it? So, Light outproducing and outkilling the Protoss. 21 to 3 buildings raised, yeah. Outspend by the Protoss is like 1,000 resources. Not really even that in 19 minutes. No, don't recall in the main, and don't play against Light either. Bad times. Let's go. Stork versus Mihu the Great on Radeon. Hey.
Good morning, Captain. Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space.
Thanks, Johnny, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. One of the 70,000 plus subs we have. Top right, it is Stork. Bottom right, Mihu the Great. China's own Mihu the Great. What you doing in Vancouver, Nico? Tech conference, trying to get investors for your startup. Ah, what's your startup, Nico? The locals are friendlier here. Friendlier than the other part of Canada that you're from? Hey, Andy, it was a lot of siege tanks. Guess what? TVP generally will have a lot of siege tanks. That's how you do. So, we Nexus firsting? You bet your bottom dollar we are. We're Nexus firsting, folks, against Mihu. Stork says, I know what to do on this map against Terran. You Nexus first. Thank you very much. SCV, will he scout the right direction? And the answer is yes. No. He cross-spawn scouts, because if you get cross-spawn Nexus first, it's hard to shut it down if you don't see it fast enough. And he doesn't find it here, but man, if he goes south, he's going to scout. He's got to, I mean, there's no difference between scouting right or down right now, and he does go down. Oh, Mihu, just bad luck. Just bad luck. You really want to scout that Nexus first. If you don't scout the Nexus first, you're going to have what we call a bad time. The worst of times. So, 2-gate follow-up after the Nexus first. I like it. Are we pulling, boys? Are we doing it? No, we're just transferring down to the natural. Because he doesn't know. He still hasn't scouted this. So now he knows. Hooray! Nexus first. Son of a biscuit. This is the worst day of my life, says Mihu the Great. Actually, this probably happens to him 47 times a day on the ladder. Anyway. Mobile to PC handshake for precise location. We can target adds to neighborhood accuracy. Then ISP has a large error rate. Interesting, Nico. Okay, okay. That's a cool idea. Robotics facility coming in. I mean, I don't know that we need better technology for advertising, but maybe we do. Maybe that's something we need to fix. Hey, range is done. Hey, tanks are out. You get a little tiny window here to fire on this, but imagine going Nexus first and you get to pressure the Terran player. A dream. It is a dream of every Protoss. We got Reaver follow-up on the Nexus first. Ooh, snap. Mihu, buddy. Mihu the Great. Third base 2, so 3 base, Reaver follow-up. Scanning in, seeing the Reaver stuff. Bam, he knows what's up. He can see everything. By everything, I mean he sees the robotic support bay. That's it. That's all he needs. That's all he needs to know. Consumers don't want it, but corporations and businesses are my audience. Fair enough, Nico. They're probably looking for that kind of thing. Okay, so Reaver in 7 minutes. What do we got to deal with this? Siege tanks inside the base. We got Goliaths. We don't have any spider mines because we didn't choose to go that route, but here we go. Stork, 7-minute Nexus first. Reaver shenanigans. Goliaths getting distracted by Zealots, but only one Reaver shot gets off. We're back for more. Take a siege tank shot. Immediately kills a Goliath. Zealot does not kill this Goliath. That's huge. SCV dies. Reaver says another Goliath dies. All right, all right. We're getting some shots off here. This is not too bad. Only one shot from a tank. Could be worse. Third base is coming in the meantime, so Stork's got to be happy about the position of the game that he's in. I don't think he's at all worried about this. Caron boost on the way. Really helps against these super annoying shuttles. OBS comes in, parks right on top of the factories. Yeah, as you do. I just don't know why you don't put a turret here. If you're Terran, you're building turrets anyway. Just build one on top of your factories. I know it kind of messes up your ability to get the tanks out of the factories. They get stuck on the turrets, I bet, if you try it. But man, it is such an advantage for Protoss to be able to just sit here and see exactly what's coming out of the factories. How many tanks? How many Goliaths? How many Vultures? What do I need to produce here? Is the tank count low? More Dragoons. Is the Vulture count high? Fewer Zealots. Is it a lot of Goliaths? Well, maybe we don't go into carriers like we were planning on doing, right? OBS get scanned and sniped. You can scan and snipe it. Not something we see quite a bit. Dragoon upgrades. Working on +1, just getting started now. Mech upgrades. +1 is done. +2 is not on the way. I'd like to see better upgrades from Mihu the Great here. Templar Archives is on the way. A little bit of Psy Storm, maybe a little bit of DT shenaniganry here too. We saw some of that last game. Didn't do a lot. I don't think that DT got a single kill before Light sniffed it out, because again, Light is a monster. So, yeah, this is just Contain. This is Containorama. Get a 4th base, 12 o'clock. There it is. Contain, make sure the 3rd base of the Terran is very hard to get. Very challenging to try to take a base. And you're good to go. I don't know what else to tell you here. Yeah, force a siege up. If you can force a siege when your Terran enemy is inside their own natural, you're doing great. The goal is to force as many sieges as you can. And kill as many tanks as you can. The forward tank gets picked off. Another forward tank gets picked off. We lost about 4 or 5 Dragoons in the mix. That's the kind of trades we want to make. Make Mihu worried that he doesn't have enough tanks to push out while the 4th base comes up. Whilst the 4th base comes up. No, the man says. Okay. Expanding is for weenies. We're going to get 1,000,000 gateways and try to win this thing now. We're back in the main with 2 Reavers this time. Vultures, no answer. Wasn't even trying to be an answer, actually. Turret sniped. Shuttle already dead. Tried to save it posthumously, but that's not how that works. But bam, SCVs die. Not 1,000,000 of them, but 3, 4, 5 have died so far. Siege tank siege is up. Reaver wants nothing to do with that. Tries to stay out of range of the siege tank. Zealots forcing an unsiege on the tanks. Reaver micro could be good here. Reavers could get on. Okay. Academy dies. No more comsat stations, I guess, but Yeah, Reaver's totally dead. Guess who's pushing up this way, though? Mihu is. He takes a storm right to the face. But he's got unsiege tanks, so they're more malleable and more movable. Re-sieges. Okay, sieging up the natural base is pretty darn good. Hey, furries. If there is a number of workers up in the top right here, it's not a live game. It's a replay. Those only show up in replays. Zealots. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, yeah, just crushing that. DT's here, too. Hey, but the scan says can't save the tanks, but we can avenge them as all the DTs got wiped out. 99 to 86 supply. This base never came up. In fairness, he saw the attack coming and sniffed it and said, he's not getting a third base, so let's not get a fourth base. Maybe now we should get one? It's a big zealot count in there. They've got that +1. Yeah, Mihu's at 1-1 upgrades. Not getting further upgrades. I think he was trying to win that thing off at 2 bases. We saw this yesterday. I think we saw NoeL try this. Try to go for like a 2-4, like a 5 or a 6 factory, all in, 1-1. Push across the map. Whatever the harassment is happening, we don't care. Let's push across the map and try to win that way. But nope. It was not enough. And Protoss is getting a 4th base now. There's no sign of a 3rd from Mihu. Dude, this is classic kind of Terran 2015 through 2020 stuff. Where Terrans are just like, 2-base Terran is really strong. And it was. And then Protoss figured out how to counter it. Getting the faster 3rd base, right? Getting the upgrades. Pressuring out front, and then Terran stopped winning with it. Yeah, if Stork can hold this, it's over, and I think Mihu knows it is. Okay, Reaver getting in here would be nice. There's too worried about the other stuff. Reaver could... I guess we don't need it. Stork decided Reaver tech unnecessary, sir. And as a result, Nexus first Protoss will win the day again. It's not necessarily... It's not necessarily just about the Nexus first, right? You have to execute on the other side of going Nexus first. You don't just make a Nexus first and the Terran falls over and dies. Ow, 4 vultures for 1 shot. Not the kind of trades you want to see. Scarabs are expensive. They're not that expensive, actually. They're fine. He's still not getting a 3rd. Mihu, bud. You think you know what's happening here, do ya? This is another game where I feel like the player who's losing really just needs to tap out. Like, they needed to do it 5 minutes ago. How you doing, Dev? Mihu, you don't have a 3rd base and you're losing these fights. It means you're done, Mihu. ×2. Honestly, Mihu, what are we doing? No, it's been over for 4 minutes. What does Mihu think this game is? What does he think is happening right now? ×4 speed. This is the exact opposite of the last game, where Terran dominated and Protoss didn't want to tap out. This Protoss is dominating and Terran doesn't want to tap out. It's like, oh yeah, I can get a 3rd base down 100 supply to my Protoss enemy. Yeah, here it is. No, 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 no. Storm everything. Everybody dies. This all dies. 3rd base doesn't happen. GG. Mihu, guy. What? Why? Why is that what we're doing today? He outproduced the Protoss. That was cool, but this outkill is way bigger. 10-0 buildings raised. The outspend is massive for a 17-minute game. You're upsetting me, sir. You're upsetting me a lot, Mr. Mihu the Great. All right, herO versus NoeL on Polestar. We like NoeL. Again, herO, probably the better player if we had to be serious about it. So let's see what we get. Polestar, top right, Terran player. It is NoeL. Bottom left, it is a Zerg player. It is herO. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm feeling parched. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey, we back. We miss anything cool here? No. It looks like a Rax Expand here from NoeL. We got a hatch down from herO. We got a macro hatch. We've got a Spire starting at 410. So it feels like a very standard hatch firster here with the safety sunken, which we don't need, but he doesn't have information. He doesn't know if it's a lot of Marines. He doesn't know if it's Vultures, which is a problem. Astro says, did I ever play Starship Troopers back in the day? I don't think so. What's up, Vincent? What's up, Cruzado? Move the map. Move the map. I'm back. I was just getting some water. It's okay, Cruzado. And behold, a second Rax. So it's not Mac. I mean, this Sunken is the safetiest Sunken of all Sunkens that's ever sunkened. He didn't need it at all. But, you know what? Better to have it and not need it than not have it and need it. Third Rax. Yeah, +1 attack on the way. Stim coming in. Overlord pokes in and says, oh, medic. Got it. Zergling says, oh, medic. Got it. Ah, you're Chilean. Hola. Go, 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 go. Good luck. That's what I always say. All right, heroes here. NoeL is one of my favorite kind of unknown Terran players. I think he's got a lot of fans on my channel. For good reason. Oh, that water is good. So we know what this is. It's Mutas. It's an SK Terran opening. This is the drill. Yeah, it looks very much like we're going SK Terran. We're getting a factory, but probably just for the starport. The starports. Third base, bottom right, from herO, scans in the main, sees Spire done, sees Macro Hatch, sees 3 Hatch Muta, sees Metabolic Boost on the way, +1 attack. Muta's flying out. Got 6 of them. Got 7 of them. We're going to make more with that +1 attack. I promise you it's going to be more than 7 when all is said and done. Hey, Mac, how was your day? Hope it was an okay one. Anyway, we're supposed to get a thunderstorm today, which I really love. We don't get thunderstorms in the valley all that much here because of the nature of the desert we live in, technically. So, Mutas are here killing SCVs. I don't know, dude. I think the Mutas are fine. I think the SCVs are fine. If you want to get the Terran to under 20 workers, sometimes they just tap out. They rage quit on you. But in this situation, nah. Yeah. No. Astro. I've seen Starship Troopers. I mean, do you want to say Ender's Game? Maybe as a precursor to even Starship Troopers, the concept of fighting bugs in space. The concept of alien bugs predates, I think, Ender's Game as well. So I don't know if Starship Troopers came up with the idea, but definitely has the concept of bugs that we're fighting as humanity. Heroes APM is fast, Cruzado. It's true. These guys play zippy. Mutas, +1 attack finishing up. Hydroden and a Queen's Nest in production. There's the Hydroden. Queen's Nest here. You know what the Queen's Nest here means? It's not going to be Queens. Because he doesn't need them, because he knows it's not mech. If he knows it's mech, the Queen's Nest goes over here. It's safe inside the main base as much as it can be. When it's out here, the Queen's Nest can die because all we're using it for in this game is to make a hive. And once the hive is started, you don't need the Queen's Nest anymore. So watch. Well, need some more minerals first, but make a hive and that's it. Now the Queen's Nest can die. That's why it's there. Mutas, defending, lurker aspect. On the way, not there yet. We got to keep the Terran at home. If the Terran gets to that third base, he wins. But getting there is a lot easier said than done. Oh, herO says, let's jump on everything. Flanking from the left side, from the top side. Just obliterates this whole group. The next group of reinforcements were not there yet. The Mutas, their +1 attack kicked in, and they said, yeah. I'm thinking we got this thing. Medic down, medic down, medic down. And I think every medic's been killed. It's like resetting a tank count against a meching Terran. It's really powerful to kill every medic your enemy has. You're not moving out without any medics. You're not. He's not making any more, which is a concern. NoeL, guy, you need medics. And he is. He's restarted medic production. But this third base is fine now. You barely have to make any lurkers to defend it because this whole group got wiped out. Yeah, he's got turrets by his racks, which is why he's not dead. If he didn't have turrets by his racks, he'd be dead now. So that's why you put the turrets by the racks. Did you know? Did you know how that works? I was very aware of it. Science facility, like I said, factory used to make a science facility. We've got our double starports here. Irradiate hasn't even started researching yet. Yeah, the book's different from the movie. The book is always different from the movie. No matter what the book is. True facts. Giant exosuits. That's cool. Yeah, you're probably right about the budget. Yeah, I've seen Starship Troopers. It's fine. I mean, honestly, the inspiration for StarCraft was Warhammer more than Starship Troopers, right? Games Workshop was like, hey, make us a Warhammer game, Blizzard Entertainment. And they're like, okay. And they started work on it, and then something fell apart, negotiations ended, and the game never actually was made. But, ta-da, StarCraft came out like 5 years later. With Tyranids and the Imperium. And Protoss. That's the comp that everybody makes. But obviously the concept of humanity fighting bugs in space is not unique to anyone, really. It's been done a lot. Are we really just sacking Marine? Okay, yeah, there's still lurkers up there. I don't know why we're doing that, NoeL. Nico thinks it's more like Alien versus Predator. Only the first one is worth watching. The first Starship Troopers? Is there a Starship Troopers 2? I didn't even know there was one. Starship, wow, there is one. It's got a 1.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd and a 3.6 on IMDb. I didn't know it existed. Apparently it really sucks. Yeah, don't watch Starship Troopers 2. Good call. There's more than 2, says Andy. Oh, no. That's crazy they got more than 2. And an animated series. Well, I know what I'm not doing is watching any of that stuff. 108 to 94 supply. NoeL's ahead. He's got 2 bases. Doesn't have a 3rd base. Overlord dies. Supply blocking? No. Definitely not doing that. Muta's got their +1. Not working on further upgrades. Lurkers joining the day. Lurkers inside the main. He's worried about getting dropped, but I don't think NoeL owns a dropship. He's getting a 3rd base, though. But he's really locked up. Scourge position, Overlord position, Lurker position. All of this means I don't want to get dropped. But the problem is, if you're preparing for a drop, and the drop never comes, your army's in the wrong. Look at these mutas waiting for a drop. Holy smokes. Look, the attack comes over here instead. There are 4 lurkers stacked there, though. So guess what you can do? Irradiate them one at a time. Because when they're stacked, one of the lurkers dies, but the other ones don't. I mean, imagine how much more powerful Irradiate would be if they could get every one of these lurkers in a stack underground. But underground, the Irradiate splash is entirely negated if the irradiated target is burrowed. And he thinks Aliens is better than Alien. I think it's a different type of movie. It's a weird sequel in that way, right? Where Alien is more survival horror. And Aliens is kind of more action, sci-fi action-y, right? They're both good in their own ways. Nice Plague, nice Lurker Spines, and NoeL cannot get in here without Siege Tanks, without Irradiates, which he already does have. Adrenal's on the way. Adrenal not prioritized today. Instead, we're getting the Plague and the Dark Swarm first. And yes, Ender's Game is a great story. Dematrixed Fire Bats charging into the Lurkers here. Come on, NoeL. Yeah, busts it. Still alive, the Fire Bats. Where's the reinforcements? Get up here, guys. Ah, they're too late. Oh. If NoeL had followed that up with a little bit of support instead of having them wait, that would have been so much better. The Dark Swarm came up. The Hiders were there. That was this close to breaking for herO. This close. But yeah, Ender's Game is one of my favorite books. My kid read it too. He really enjoyed it, middle kid. And I was like, hey, you want to watch the movie? So we watched the movie, and he didn't like it at all. And I was like, you know, fair. The movie's not very good. It's super rushed is part of the problem. Remember when I was like, Lurkers and Dark Swarm at someone's front door when they are SK Terraning means they're dead? It's usually Ultras and Dark Swarm, but I think Lurker Dark Swarm counts too. Alien Isolation on VR. Definitely spooky game. NoeL's just losing all of these battles. It's Hydra meta, too, which is fun. I like Hydra meta. Mixes it up, definitely. Pretty good against SK Terran. You really need to start making the tanks if you're going to deal with the Hydra meta, because Hydra, Ling, Lurker, Defiler crushes SK Terran. And you got to make tanks. It forces you into tank production, which is what this factory and machine shop are for. That's what this factory machine shop are for. He's making tanks now, but is it too late? Zerg getting a 4th base down the bottom right. Oh, so it's even base count here. NoeL's macro is pretty good. NoeL's macro is really not bad. Got a bunch of science vessels, too. If he could survive about the next 2 minutes, I think maybe he can win this game. But if he loses a base or loses another army for almost nothing, it's over. So, momentous occasion here. The irradiates are on point, as always. You're going to kill 3 of the lurkers, but there are 5 in existence. Nice plague. Great plague. But are there any lings to put inside the Dark Storm? No, but there are lurkers. Good job by NoeL recognizing. Got to get out of there. But he's fighting as Plagued Marines against Hydras, which is actually not as bad as you might expect, considering you're Plagued Marines. Okay. Well, 127, 138 supply. Does that count as the army getting obliterated? I think it kind of does. But tanks are here. He's not making a ton of tanks. He's got 4 of them. He is using his resources on more science vessels and marines. So 4 tanks, I think, is all he needs. He believes that's all he needs. Bit of a plague. The stragglers get plagued, but that's what happens to stragglers. And then cracklings chasing you when you've been plagued is just everybody's worst nightmare. Don't want that to happen at all. Dark Swarm gets up. You have to recognize the difference. Yeah. And then plague on the retreat again. 155 to 140 supply. Zerg's got a 5th base up the left side. Gas available here, too. It's 57 drones. It's not 60 quite yet, but we could get that easily with the number of bases and the map control that exists here. NoeL's making it hard on herO. He really is. I saw a video the other day about an Aliens game that was supposed to come to the Nintendo Wii, but it never did. Or it was really bad. Either way, yeah, this kind of a flank is just game-ending, man. I appreciate that he makes extra marine, I really do, but Zerg player's got too much going for him here, and that's a GG. Yeah, if you just can't get a single base killed in the first 18 minutes, you're probably just going to die. But again, hats off to NoeL. He's got 60. He had like 67 workers. He had 3 bases. He was pushing. He was prodding. He was getting irradiates off, but his tank count just never really materialized. I don't know. He was using tanks defensively, which I think was a mistake, obviously. But yeah, you want to wipe out those Hydras if you can. Whew. Rest in peace, NoeL. Astro's been working on finals. Hey, you gonna pass those classes? My oldest had a capstone project. He's graduating from high school this year, so he's almost done with high school, which is crazy to me. All right, that's going to be it today for the replays. Let's move on over to US West BattleNet. Let's play some live games. What is it? It's 7 p.m. on the East Coast. People should be available to play here, so we will do that. Going to give people a minute to actually show up, because sometimes people aren't watching the stream, but but they want to play live games, which I think is a little counterintuitive. I think if you'd wanted to play live games, you'd be here on the stream, but some people are just like, nah, I'll just join the stream when the live games happen. Ha ha ha! Sometimes you get surprised. Thanks, Astro. I do not play StarCraft Ladder. StarCraft 1 Ladder is a place of sadness and misery for everyone who plays it. Just watch Artosis' stream sometime. Just watch it sometime. Savior Sword is here. I don't think Detroit is here. All right, stepping away. 2 minutes. Send the word out. Tell people we're here. Be right back. All right, we back. We got Big Crazy, Savior Sword, and Baby T-Rex here. 4Prime says he can't play. I don't think Wander's going to join us. Let's see. Astro want to play. J-Tox want to play. We got people here. It's a Wednesday grudge match. Can do. Wander's like, this is my dinner time. It's a bad time for live games. Fair enough, sir. Reasonable point to make. J-Talk says, I'm bad. I can't play. Fair. All right, looks like Savior Sword and Baby T-Rex want to grudge match here on the stream. We can do that. Baby T-Rex calls heads. We got a heads or tails call. Sounds good, Astro. Bedtime for Astro. Savior Sword says, oh no. Is he getting called into work? He is. It was tails anyway. I don't know what that means. What was heads and what was tails, Savior Sword? Maybe the map? That would make sense. Yeah, that sounds terrible, Astro. You're going to school and you're working nights. Whew! I do not envy you, my friend, but there were these times in college I'd wake up at 6 a.m., work for 4 hours, go to school for 6 hours, work for another 4 hours, do homework, and go to bed at like 11. So, I know those days. They were bad. I think Nico's saying it's impossible to get a spouse in this economy. I mean, it doesn't have to be 10K, does it, Nico? Can't you just go sign a marriage document at some city government building somewhere and be done with it? Like, what's the 10K for? Working out at 2 a.m. Gotta do what you gotta do. When do you graduate? All right, well, let's just wrap it then. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a little bit more time to stream tomorrow too, so we'll do that. But for now, we're just gonna wrap it up. We'll raid someone. Who do we got doing the StarCraft here today? The question is, Artosis is streaming. 80s Mullets playing Expedition 33. That rocks. All right. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Check out the schedule for when exactly we'll be back. Sounds good, Dev. You guys have a good night. Back tomorrow. In my community, you have to spend a lot or you look bad. I know, Nico, but like, screw society and what they want. Do what you want to do. If the girl wants it, then yeah, that's a problem. Understandable. All right. See you later. Bye.